as I was just saying, as we were warming up here, you have so many hats that you wear. It would just be only fitting for you to let us know and let the people know who you are and what you do.
Of course. I'm sex coach J. Marie, certified sex coach. I also host events in my area and virtually right now, trying to branch into, global market. Also, I host a podcast and just a lot of other things. We have a House of Boobs is our retail store. We got bra tape. We got, your bra storage cases, just all hats.
All hats. But so let's start off like this. All right.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, we giving y'all the information right now. Write it down, y'all. Pay attention.
Okay.
What's your IG?
Boobtionary, and that is dictionary. Take out the dick, insert a boob. I mean, it's the simplest way to put it.
That's what's up. Now it's all about breast cancer month here in the month of October. Let's talk about that, man, with Black women.
Okay.
What do our sisters, or should our sisters be doing to make sure that, they're taking care of their health?
I would honestly stress, and I couldn't stress enough, is like to check your own breast. Like a self breast exam is so important, and a lot of us don't do it. And it's something so simple, because even I'll forget. I'm not even gonna lie, but I forget sometimes. But it's imperative to breast cancer, because early detection literally is the key to saving your life.
Right.
The earlier you find out about breast cancer, the better. So doing those self breast exams and just, keeping up with that breast health is so important. It's so important.
Absolutely. I mean, everybody's wearing pink, man. So y'all willing to go out there and support and buy these, pink socks, pink everything, dress your little children in some pink shoes, playing football, basketball. So make sure, you lift them up. And how does a person check for, kind of do like a self memo without getting all technical?
Well, the best way is, it's plenty of ways to do it, but the best way is to lay on your back, put your arm up, and to circle even under the arm, because some of our breast tissue is under our arm, like legit your underarm where you put deodorant. Check all that too, and circle until you get to the nipple and you feel for lumps. And when you get to the nipple, slightly squeeze to make sure nothing is coming out that's not supposed to be. And you do that for each side.
So and just understanding this, because I'm a father now. So you would get a secrete. Is that considered a secretion?
Yes, it is.
That's what it's called.
Any fluid that comes out, it can. If you ain't pregnant, it ain't supposed to be breast milk. So anything coming out of there that's not supposed to come out is a clear indication that something's wrong.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, that's clear right there. So sex coach. But before we do that, let's go to, since we're talking about the breast, you say you do boobtionary.
Yes.
It's for the bra line now. So let's talk about your bra line.
Okay.
Tell me about it.
So we have, it's not bras exactly per se. It's more of the tape. Because I wanted to do something I like. I'm a fan of bras that fit, and I like what they do, but I want another alternative. You know what I mean? Like, it's been centuries. We have not found something else other than bras, So I have boob tape, and it does the same thing with just less material, and it allows you a little more versatility, because it doesn't have, you can maneuver it to where you can have your back out, you can have, your boobs out here in like a V shape, or, just things a bra normally can't get you, because you got straps here, you got your back here. You get what I'm saying? So it's just a little more comfortable.
Gotcha. So it's more like a entertainment style, like when they're wearing certain cuts, and you're putting a certain tape on there to hold it up in place. I play sports now.
Okay.
Sports. Listen, when you taking that tape off at the end of the game, ouch, that shit hurt. So when you ripping it off, does it hurt?
It does a little because it is sweat resistance and water resistant. So like the tape is surgical grade. So once it's on until you pull it off. And it will hurt a little, but that's why I also include nipple covers so that when you ripping or when you taking it off, it won't hurt too bad around this most sensitive area.
Okay. That's unique right there. I mean, I've seen some people wear it. I thought it was more masochistic and in that BDSM realm. I didn't know that was a new alternative to putting that metal line up underneath you and whatever, you know.
It is. And it is used a lot in BDSM culture, a lot more in the past than it has been for anything else. So yeah. But it's branched over into now, like you said, more of like an entertainment type thing.
Gotcha.
You're going out with the girls. It's a quicker way than, to make yourself look cute.
Oh yeah. It looks cute. It works. It works. It definitely works. It definitely works. So sex coach, how long you been a sex coach?
I just became certified earlier this year, but I've been educating for the past 3-4 years now.
Okay, and I heard you on a previous podcast with later over the summer talking about something like this. Now, let me say this now, right? I think I'm pretty well versed. So how would one become a certified sex coach? So when I'm talking about, let me do it respectfully. When I'm talking about the anatomy, one doesn't take me out of context to feel like I'm bragging or yada, yada, yada when I'm speaking on it. How do I become a certified coach?
You do have to do your do a little research because there are several schools out there that you can go and get your certification from. You just have to find which is the best fit for you. I would say it's a lot. I say maybe about 10 good ones that you can really choose from that I know you're going to get the best education from. And it's worth the money that you're putting out because it's not cheap. It's going to cost you a couple $1,000s. Yes, it's not cheap.
I might have to be like Dr. Dre then, because I think I'm a certified physiologist at the end of the day. I got a couple of kids and,
I mean,
I've been doing this for 40 years, so you know what I mean? So
it ain't cheap. It ain't cheap. But it's worth it. It's well worth it if that's what you really want to get into.
Now, jokingly, they offering all these new courses and whatever. I wonder if that's offered at Harvard, so I could say that I'm.
Let me go look that up and find out. Because Harvard does have some free courses online for some certifications. Yeah, we might need to check on that.
So now, as a certified sex coach, like mentally, where do we go? What like you versus a psychologist? Is it
psychiatrist or a psychologist?
Right. I know one can give drugs, one can't give drugs, and I always get it confused which one is which. So you versus them when it comes to counseling, or even a marriage counselor.
So I'm in school for marriage counseling.
You're doing it all, huh?
Yes, trying to, because the end goal is to be a sex therapist, and sex coaching to me is just the surface. So the difference is mentally, if you have an issue, whereas let me give you an example. If you're married and you would go to a sex therapist and say, hey, me and my husband have not had sex in 5 years and we don't know why. We're still attracted to each other, but we don't know why. We haven't had the urge to have sex with one another, for the last 5-10 years. Sex therapist. You would go to that, go to a sex therapist for that, because she needs to uncover, or he needs to uncover, the underlying reason between the two of you as a couple why you're not having sex. Now, once you discover that reason, you go to a sex coach then to say, hey, all right, well, we've been out of touch for a while. What can we do to get back in touch? And a sex coach is going to tell you, hey, all right, start with your intimacy this way, do this, build that intimacy, then get in the bedroom, do that. It's like the sex coach is the step-by-step, whereas the sex therapist is your mentor.
Now, and I'm just using your example, 5 years with someone, no intimacy. Is that y'all, we doing it for y'all, man. It's informative, man. And let me a little caveat here. Podcasting is something unique. I know a lot of people got into it, but I love it. I love the informative aspect of podcasting because what it is for me, I should write a book, but I ain't got the patience to sit down and pen a book.
Okay.
These are kind of like some quick fix for me where we can get information out to people, and then we can and most of the time it's accurate information so they can utilize it accordingly in an era where so many people are audio visual. They don't want to sit and read. So I'm saying you let's just be practical with all the things that are out there. Now you saying somebody go to work, come home, see this person every day, and they lay next to them, but they just can't get it on.
Yes, I do have.
Are they millionaires?
No, they're everyday people.
Because you ain't gonna be broke next to me. You ain't gonna be no average Joe next to me coming on for 5 years. And
it happens. You get it's the routine of it. People fall into a routine and they get used to it, and before you know it, you've looked back and so much time has passed. And you thinking, you might be thinking, oh, it's just a month, 2 months, or it's just a year. No, it's actually been about 5.
I don't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't. And I'm gonna say this: I can't believe it because, my libido is still there. You know, and so with my libido still being there, it would be remiss to me to say I can really come home and see you nude, taking a shower, etc., and not get excited to the point where I want to, move forward and try to engage. So it's odd hearing things like that. And I get older couples are in situations like that where women have gone through sometimes life-altering situations where they've had breast reductions and just not happy with them. And then they can express to them, they can express verbally, hey, I feel ugly, I don't feel attractive. And it just kills the mood with every situation. And I know I've been there in a situation in the past, and it was just like, wow, so you wanted to get the surgery, you got the surgery, and the surgery still wasn't fulfilling. And it's a head scratcher to me because I'm like, you got everything you wanted. But then the extremes of I'm just not turned on because I'm more focused on, at the time, the scars underneath that were left behind from breast reduction, things of that nature.
Yeah.
And, wow, I just didn't know that it was so damning psychologically for some people that could be involved for years and years and years in this situation. Poor people. Poor people. Regular people. Poor people.
Yes.
Rich people absolutely. I get. Rich people I get.
Absolutely. But the rich don't talk about it enough either, though, because they go through it too. They just hide it more than poor do. They go through just as much.
Right.
They just legit, they have the money for the mental health to, to fix the problem. Whereas we don't. Like, mental health isn't always cheap. I mean, we go through years of schooling, you know what I mean, for just as much as a medical doctor. So everybody can't afford mental health. And I think that's the line, that thin line between the rich and the poor on that mental, on, fixing things, they can afford it.
Gotcha. That's interesting. Well, the other piece, I know you say you're doing happy hours. Let's talk about that. What we doing with the happy hours?
So we got one. This is my second one going on. The first one was a huge success. The purpose of the happy hours, it's on a Tuesday. It's every second Tuesday of the month. And the purpose is to just increase body positivity because, like you said, there's a lot of women these days running for plastic surgery. Right. And the issue with running to the plastic surgery is they're still not comfortable afterwards. It's like you wanted it so bad, you saved up for it, you got it. All right, now look at your body. You're still not happy. And it's like, you're not happy because you did it for the wrong reasons. You weren't happy with your body beforehand. So now you're going to alter it thinking that's going to improve how you feel about you, and it doesn't. You should have fixed the you in the situation first. instead of running to the doctor. And a lot of women don't. So my events is to increase that body positivity because it's topless. So you can go in there with your boobs out. You can go in there and have fun. It's secluded. Men are only allowed with women. So you can, like y'all do us with the strip club. How y'all will stop us at the door. Wait a minute, you got a guy with you.
You wrong for that. You wrong for that. Now, come on, you wrong for that.
But I mean, y'all do it to us. So I had to turn around and say, men can come in, but just to make women feel more comfortable, because they are walking around topless. So men can come in, but only invited with a woman.
Okay, well, let me put this date out there, fellas. 10/26, Richmond, Virginia, man. Step your game up, bring your... or just wait outside the building. Either or. But be ready, you know what I'm saying? Topless Tuesdays. I mean, I'm just reading the flyer and it says here, come bare-chested or in whatever you feel most comfortable wearing. It says skin tone pasties available for $2.
Yes.
I love the innovation. I mean, I love the innovation to where people should be comfortable. We live in a time now, man. I guess we pushing the envelope in regards to entertainment, as information, entertainment, and stimulation all in one. And you sometimes you've been to one strip club, you've been to them all. Hey, salute, sister. Salute.
Thank you.
Salute. Yeah.
Every second Tuesday, yes.
Every
Trying
second
to increase body positivity because it's needed.
And then, okay, so this, I'm gonna say it like it is. Come rock out with your titties out. Okay, so what kind of parties we just socializing with the tatas out, having drinks and
yes, absolutely. So the first event was like a game night, and we had a bar. We also have a sex toy vendor that's on site at every event.
Okay.
So you can buy your sex toys. You have hookah. So yeah, like people get the food, they get their drinks, they sit at the table, play the games, got your cheat out, and it's just a good time. And then this event in particular coming up, we're doing a paint night. So each month is something different to keep you going. So you're not just like sitting around, oh my God, her titties out, oh my God. You know what I mean? You're not just sitting around eyeballing, you're actually doing something. You're actually making connections and networking.
Well, it's gonna be one of my promo clips on this podcast right here. I'm gonna just let you know that y'all come see these. Yeah, well, no. Let me be tasteful about it. I mean, y'all come out and enjoy yourselves, man. Yeah. It's different, and I mean, who knows, man? You know, some might like it, some may love it, But at the end of the day, again, it's an alternative, and why be bashful, right?
Exactly.
Why be bashful?
Have a good time.
So when you say the sex toys, that's not your forte. That's another vendor that's actually doing that.
Yes, I have. She's an official vendor of mine called Treasure of You, and she does all my events for Topless Tuesday. So she does the sex toys. Most of the time, she has lingerie too. Okay. She also has lingerie on site. You can come out. There's a bathroom. She'll let you try it on, see how it fit, everything. So yeah.
Okay. Now, well, let me. I'm sorry. I'm backtracking because I was looking at the photos here that you have for the erotica designs for the painting. Those are pretty. Those are some nice raw shots that you have there. So they're gonna come out. You're gonna do like a sip and paint, and they're gonna fill in those particular outlines of those. And y'all go check them out, man. Again, Boob Shenari on Instagram. So you can see what I'm talking about. You can see it yourself. Yes. Beautiful, beautiful hair, man. And I mean, I guess the key thing is embrace your body. I mean, you're a woman who love yourself for who you are. And let me ask you, are you a fan of the breast body augmentation?
I am. Like, to me, it varies, and I think it's up to the individual. At one point, I considered a deduction, but like you said, I didn't want the scars. So, I didn't want anybody to feel like they were fake just because of the scars and the way they have to make the surgical cuts. And that bothered me. So I didn't do it. But like I said, to each his own. You know what I mean? You're going to do what you feel comfortable doing, and you're going to, want to look how you want to look. But personally, me, no, I'm not. I don't think I would ever venture into that. I don't think I would.
Gotcha. So now I'm hearing on a toy level now, everybody talking about this rose. We got to talk about this rose. What's up with this rose in the hood? You know what I'm saying? A rose from the concrete. What's really happening?
Okay, so it's like that. It is. I mean, it's the first suction toy that I purchased. No, it's the second. The first one was similar to it, but the rose to me is like that. I like it. I enjoy it because it's powerful. It's small. You can take it anywhere. It's quiet, and it gets the job done. Like, I have not met a woman who has encountered the rose and didn't like it. Like, I haven't yet. And I've bought maybe 3 different variations of it. So, because there's different, other than the one you see is the suction one. That's the most common one you see, which is the little pink one with the little hole in the top. Right. That's the most common. There's about 3 other versions now of that. So you have one with a tongue that flicks back and forth, and it's pink.
Y'all trying to put us out of extinction. Y'all trying to put us into extinction.
Listen, what's up? I would have brought him and had him ready for the show you if I knew you was gonna bring it up.
I was gonna bring it up. I told you. I put on there. I put toys. But
you did.
I got you. It's all good.
I'm still gonna have to send you a picture so you know what I'm talking about. But it's one with the tongue. Right. Then you have one with like a sponge-like texture on top, with ridges that just kind of like waves. It's a ripple effect. And then there's the new one now with the extended piece to it. So it's kind of like you can control it without having to hold the actual toy. So you got variations of the rose now.
The rose. The rose. I mean, I'm hearing everything. I mean, people out here trying to sell this thing like it's dope, low key. I mean, they hustling the rose in the hood. I'm telling you, they hustling the rose in the hood, and I'm just like, is it really y'all about that life, huh?
I mean, it is though. Like, I would say I try a lot of toys, or I've been no stranger to sex toys for a while, even before I was an educator. Of the sex toys that have hit the market, I will say the rose is like one of the best.
One of the best.
Yes, one of the best as far as like, it's rechargeable, it's small and compact, it's quiet. You don't always get that in sex toys. You always get the loud, you hear it cutting on, and you know what I mean? You got to look for batteries, and it's just convenient.
Again, we changing, we modifying over time. I mean, we talking about something that in the 90s. I know most people ain't even on this at this point, especially in the Black community.
Absolutely right.
You're lucky if you can get a person to sit down and have a conversation like this, unless it was just somebody extreme, like Brian Pumper or somebody that's in the industry, you know what I mean,
that's known for that.
Exactly. But the average person, man, they're not talking about sex toys, they're not thinking about sex toys, they're not thinking about alternative lubricants, which I
have hard conversations about some lube.
Lubricant, man. Lubricant is tricky. And the thing that I say about lubricant is this. I'm just realizing this, hearing that a woman over the age of 35, the vagina is considered geriatric.
Yeah.
So it's geriatric coochie. Over 35.
No, like I can't say like you can't put that generalization on it though.
I know. Some still get wet. Some people still get wet. Some people
they
don't.
do. Like
right.
It's so different based on the woman. Like you can't say in general. That's so funny. But no, like I mean, the 30s for a woman is prime time for her sex life. So, I mean, she should be good to go unless she hit an early menopause. Because we don't really hit our sexual peak until 30. Like going into 32 to 30, 38, that's our sexual peak right there.
But everybody can't get wet.
They can't, but it's not even an older issue. Like some younger women have that issue too. And that's more so because a lot of women don't take the time to create a mood, you know, when they're getting into it. We often rush it. And we think that, oh, you know, I touched you or I done kissed you and now let's go to the bedroom. And it's like, no, you know, you're just a little excited. You still got to get aroused. You know what I mean? Like y'all jump straight from excitement to penetration. And it's like, where's the arousal? And you're wondering why you're not wet. You didn't do anything to actually, you know, get your body prepared. Yeah, like your mental's there, but your body has to catch up to your mental. And if you're not giving your body time to catch up to your mental, then you're not going to be wet.
All right. Now you say now the lubricant is tough for you. Why is it because some people are so old fashioned and they still believe in utilizing stuff that shouldn't even be going down there?
No, it's because so many people are actually against lube. Like
what?
Yes. Oh my gosh. It's shocking, but there's so many people against lube, and the misconception is that, you know, you only use it if you can't naturally get wet or something's wrong if you're using lube. And I can guarantee you 9 times out of 10, when I talk to a client or anybody about lube, they automatically have a negative assumption about it. So lube has a very negative connotation around it when it shouldn't. Like it's a need. You know, it doesn't mean that you can't naturally get wet. It's gonna improve things. It's gonna help you out. Right. And a lot of women think that, oh, well, if you got to lube it, that means I ain't doing what I need to do. No, sis, it's helping you. You know, it's gonna keep you aroused, because once you do start drying up, whether you still into it or not, it's gonna start hurting. So, you know, like you need lube. I mean,
no, you're right. You're right. You're totally right. But you know, so many people now they got limitations on the bedroom from a you know heterosexual standpoint. You know, I've heard somebody say, "You ain't finna hit this for 2 hours. You ain't finna hit this for no hour. In 15 minutes, you better get gone, and that's a wrap."
I hear that too.
And I'm just like, when did that part of fulfillment become a joyride? And they have put a time limit on it. I mean, it's just so different in modern times now, where I don't know.
Yeah, it is different. I get that a lot. A lot of people ask me, how long should sex typically last? Or, you know, they do try to put a time limit on it. And I'm just like, I can't tell you, because I don't ever time it. Like it happens. Like I'm never sat there and said, okay, we're going to time it, see how long we go today. Like, no, you just, when you're in that moment, you're in that mood, like just naturally let things flow. Right. You know, when we try to overthink it, and that's when things get complicated.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, so it used to be about stamina. It used to be about, can you get it up? Can it be about stamina? Now it's, I don't know. I mean, to the fellas, I guess this is what the question is for, really, coming from a female's perspective, a woman's perspective. What are we supposed to be doing for y'all these days? I mean, y'all got toys that get it done. Y'all don't want to lube. Y'all don't want a long session. And I mean, some crazy people running around here buying Viagra, losing their mind, and ramming their head into the wall because, you know, she's like, hey, time's up. Get out of here.
I mean, you do have to find who you're sexually compatible with. And a lot of people don't take into account sexual compatibility, because just like just like relationships, you don't want to date everybody. You can't date everybody. Certain people you just don't click with. The same goes for sex. Some people you're just not going to click with. And it's okay to say, hey, we didn't click today. I'm going to go on about my day. You know what I mean? Like, instead of trying to, sit there and say, okay, well, we didn't click today. What can we do to make it work? Y'all have no ties to each other. Go on about your day. It's okay to keep going. It's okay to say, oh, well, that wasn't it for me. And we don't often say that.
Right.
But, putting limitations on things, I think that's a societal issue because, like you said, it seems to be the trend now.
Right.
And before it was a trend, it was how long can you go? And now the trend is, oh, wait, you still going? You know what I mean? So I think that's more of a societal pressure. And if you're with somebody that you're comfortable with, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, and that's ultimately what it boils down to, and what I understand it as at this point is like intimacy is more about, like you said, that connection. More so, the feeling is great. I mean, that's a part of the instant gratification, but it's more the mental thing. Like, and it registers in your mind when you are actually pleasing someone, whether they want to say it or not.
Right.
I mean, sex is a feeling.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with
that. Yeah. Well, I ain't gonna hold you. You gave me a great show. I'm telling you, if the people don't get something out of this, I don't know what to say. Because I mean, we've said enough. We've got enough in. I mean, I'm man. I know I'm gonna be traveling at the time, but I definitely would like to come to the Boobtionary happy hour, and I know I got to bring somebody with me. I got to bring somebody with me. So
definitely, because we do have a virtual option this time. I didn't offer a virtual option the first time, but
send me the key. Send me the key.
I do have a virtual option, so
send me the key. I got a little cousin down there. Send me the key. He'll get your numbers up.
definitely come through. I would love to have you.
No doubt. I appreciate your time. Sex Coach again. This is Sex Coach J. Marie, and again, find her at Boobtionary on Instagram. Follow her.
Yes, definitely.
Check her out. Thank you again for your time.
Thank you. This was fun.
All right. Peace.
Bye.